Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
My name's Arnes.
And today we got a cat here on our dude. I think we're...
Cat hair everywhere. You need to get that cat out of here.
Sir loves to cuddle. I'm sorry. There it goes.
Shave.
In the corner.
Mr. Worth Biggles.
What'd you say?
What he calls him Worth Biggles? No.
Mr. Bigglesworth. You were right, but you said it weird.
Said it backwards, yeah.
Come, Mr. Bigglesworth. Anyways, what we have here is the XenoZilla and the PredaKong from Ressurection Toys, or at least to my understanding, because I got these off eBay from a person not called Ressurection Toys, but that's the person that makes them.
So you bought it off somebody else.
Maybe.
Way to go in supporting the company, Steve.
I tried my best. It costs me the same amount regardless. Anyways, so what these are not bootlegs per se. I want to call them bootlegs, but they're like actual new molds. They're Mexican figures.
No. Mine figure is a bootleg.
Yeah, yours is legit like rip-off figure.
Yeah.
Well, these guys are actually like new molds. Granted, oddly enough, they're made out of rubber.
Which I think is the weirdest aspect of this. It's made up.
My only problem mainly is because of this, the articulation's so stiff because the rubber sticks. Like, you can hear it. But then again, it's like... at least on this one. I could kind of pop things off on this one. But it makes it a bit of a challenge to articulate, I will say. Not horrendous. Like, the one nice thing is, like, a yank on this, I don't feel like I'm going to break it.
I do like the mouth, though, in a Kong, for sure.
Oh, the mouth on the Predacon? I was supposed to call it Kong Xeno. But this guy, on the other hand, like, you can even see here, like, he's got to go pee.
He does.
So where's the bathroom? Same with the tail. That tail's actually squishy. Squishy soft, and you can rotate that. Legs can go. Yeah, okay, it was this one. The legs can pop off pretty easy. And then it looks kind of like a pop bottle. But pops on. Took me a second to realize that the jaw actually articulates on this guy. So you can't open and close. The arms are probably the hardest thing to pose because it, again, they freaking bend everywhere. But kind of seeing it here is that you can get the shift. It's just this one. It's a bit tough. Does that articulate? I don't know why it would. Then you can also rotate the head.
Oh, there we go.
All the ways around. But what's cool is, again, they're unique figures. So this is kind of meant to replicate Godzilla if it got impregnated by a chest burster and then the little baby came out and then got bigger and bigger and even bigger and then became this thing.
Actually, it's not a bad representation, honestly.
No, it's definitely got a lot more legendary vibes. Especially between the two, they're a lot more inspired by the legendary Kong and Godzilla than anything else, I would say.
Just a little that's weird is those breeding holes on top of Godzilla. They could have done them a little differently, honestly.
These things?
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of dig these. The little tubes on the side.
Yeah, the tube should have been more of like the spikes.
I can kind of agree with that. Or maybe kind of like melded with them.
Yeah.
Like the breathing tubes could have been incorporated. The one thing that kind of bugs me with this being an alien is that almost a lot of Xenos, even like the old Kenners and stuff, the head's kind of elongate generally.
Yeah.
Still towards the back in some fashion. He's got none. But he's got these like weird little silver things for the eye area.
I'm not a fan of that, to be honest with you, because it kind of stands out, but not in the right way.
Yeah, I was going to say, it kind of, again, it makes it look like it has eyeballs, but that's not really a xenomorph trait. So, that is a little strange. Because even, like I said, I'm looking around at a lot of my other ones, and there's not really noticing any examples of something that doesn't have any kind of dome section going towards the back. Which I even think you could have had the dome going towards the back and still kept the spikes intact.
Yeah.
Which I think would have been a really cool look. Granted, it still looks like a xenomorph for sure. But I think it's missing some key traits that your standard xenomorph or even just other figures in general like it have. I guess, well, I was going to say maybe the, like the Reborn one, but even that one, because it's the Queen, so it even still has the crest going towards the back, too.
Yeah, because it does have, it goes towards the back. It kind of shifts, like, off the spine, so it's not blend in with the spine.
So like I said, it's just something that I think is a xenomorph trait that this is definitely lacking a bit of. But it does have the little mini mouth on the inside.
It's a little weird, but
I like that it's translucent. Like it's got like this nice metallic translucentness to it, which actually looks really cool.
Oh, the leg fell off again.
Yeah, I'll say this leg is a little bit on the, oddly enough, the Lucy side. Paint job is done. It's like it almost looks green, but it's definitely black here with some metallic golds, metallic greens and golds blending into it.
I like the color on it. That's actually pretty decent.
It's really cool. It's actually very eye-catching, which I can definitely get behind. One thing I do dig is that for the hands, it actually has the fingers actually interconnecting.
Yeah.
Which is very Xenomorph-esque.
They pulled off a lot of...
If it ever focuses on it, I don't know what it's not catching.
They pulled off a lot of decent, like, Xenomorph.
Yeah, because the feet are also pretty correct, too.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
They missed some of the...
I will say, I kind of wish the tail was maybe a little bit longer. But it does have the little spiky bit at the end, which I really dig, too. Yeah, it's pretty much just... I would say my biggest Xenomorph gripe is that it could have used the dome. But for the most part, everything else is... It's got a very bio-organic look, but still armor-plated enough, like the legendary Godzilla.
Yeah, I feel like they conveyed that aspect of actually, you can tell that it is Godzilla and it is a Xenomorph. Even with the paint, they did it justice.
Yeah, no, I could dig that a lot. And then for the Predator, the Predacon, he's super black and silver. He's like a silverback gorilla.
He's more of like a gorilla than Kong.
Well, he's still Kong. Because gorillas would be way more like front facing. Like Kong's more of a gorilla than this thing. To be fair, one thing I really dig is how they got the Predator dome here, and then he has the hair coming off the back, and then
They should have made the
giant gaping mouth.
What's that hair the Predator has?
Like the dreadlocks?
Yeah, they should have did that for the Kong head.
You know, I don't mind it being like this, because I think that's one thing, is because the Predator's dreadlocks can vary depending on Predators. It doesn't, like, it just being kind of like old man baldness is not so bad to me.
Because that's what he has right now, is old man baldness right now.
Yeah, he just looks like a really angry old man.
Yeah.
But, looks really good. He's got gold for the eyes.
The
Teeth are also done to gold.
Really decent.
Yeah, the mouth has a lot of detailing to it, which is really great. And he's got this giant, thick chest with what appears to be like bones or something on the side here, and then like a whip going around his shoulder. Which you can see is like part of a xenomorph or something.
Yeah, it looks like that whip that they have in the... gosh, what movie is that? I can't remember. I'm tired right now. They have the whip. And they pull it out.
AVP Requiem?
Is that the one that he has?
Yeah, he uses the whip against the Pred alien.
Yes.
Yeah, it kind of seems similar to that. I kind of wish he had the gun. He had like the shoulder cannon. I think that might have been kind of hard with the rubber.
But
it would have been dope.
I don't know. They did the little mouthy thing with the alien.
They did that. Like, they did the tubes.
Yeah.
So I think it's a possible thing. It could have just been an extra thing and then kind of like that. I think would have been really cool. He does have the blades on his arm, though.
I don't like the painting on the blade and the nails.
But he's got the blood on it.
That ain't no blood. That's sparkling nail polish.
It's metallic-y blood. What do you think Godzilla's xenomorphs bleed? Red metallic-y blood. Not green acid blood, which would kind of make more sense, to be honest. But the one thing with these guys is if you do tend to want to get these, they do a lot of different color varieties. So even if you don't say like these colorings in particular, they do a lot of options, and I think even on the website you can customize the colors.
No, I like the colors on the Godzilla Alien.
Yeah, this one's cool.
That's definitely on a dot. The Kong is...
He's got some more bones on his legs. He's got some knee pad armor, at least on that one. Same with the bone here. He's got shoulder pads.
Is that Godzilla bone, or...?
No, like you see there's like a giant snout. And fangs. It's got to be something else, because even this is a different creature too. It looks like it's like two jawbones stacked on top of each other. And then he's just got some calm feet, calm booty cheeks, and then this giant whatever bony axe that's done in just all black.
It looks like from Alien parts. Yeah, see.
Maybe, but it's like, but you can see it's got like some kind of jawbone thing going on here, and then. It's got to be like what, a jawbone with like the spikes protruding out from the underneath of the jaw.
Yeah.
And then the top here is just the part that like connects it to the top of the skull. I don't know what that would work itself into, but overall pretty sweet. Doesn't really sit in his hands very well, but
it stays in there though.
But yeah, I was gonna say if you just sit it there, I think it's fine. My only thing with these guys, primarily with him, is when I think of Predator, I always think of like the patchy skin coloring.
Yeah.
And this guy doesn't have that at all.
They got the mouth aspect pretty good and the bald head.
Yeah, I think this one is more of, I really love the detailing, but the paint job, like nothing about this reminds me of a Predator.
The aspect of the head is Predator, but then the body's just Kong, which is they could have done a few different things to make the body seem more of Predator than Kong. You know what I mean?
No, with me, like I said, with me mentioning not quite liking the paint job as much, at least for a Predator. Granted, these guys, like, I got them for $30 shipped. And they're pretty hefty figures.
Yeah.
Which is something that's nice. And the sculpt, outside of a few little imperfections, like you'll see here on the head, I think that's where it comes out of the mold. As you can see, there's a little bit of imperfection there. But nothing too crazy. And to be honest, just in terms of just like unique looking figures to put on your shelf, I think these will do it. There it is, if you want to keep talking for a second. I had some playmates over here.
How's it going, everyone? What are you guys doing?
Doing fan-freaking-tastic. You live in your dreams.
Yeah.
Trying to, anyways. Also, I just realized this Kong's like shoulders like popping out. Anyways, here he is next to
Kong with a broken leg down there.
You're right, his leg's kind of flipping out. With the playmates on, trying to make a move. we're gonna breed you to be a little bit more Kong. And then playmates Godzilla, who also just has a giant chunk of cat hair on him. I think you're right. I gotta go shave that cat.
I'm telling you, cat hair everywhere in here.
But in terms of like overall size, you definitely see they got a little bit more heft to them. And I think you had a Monsters next to you, didn't you? There was Shin. You were playing with the Shin.
Shin is over there, but here, you can have this guy.
Mr. Ultima.
Yeah.
Who they're also just as tall as.
Yeah.
So for the price, I think
it's justified.
Yeah, I actually really dig these. I think they're very unique figures. They're very eye-catching. Granted, again, personal nitpicking wise, I think there's a couple of things that could be maybe improved on. Mainly a little bit more on the sculpt of the Xeno, and again, paint on this guy. But for the price point, I think it's fine.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, honestly, I like it. I especially dig the Xeno. The Predator, the body has few issues. You could have made a lot of tweaks here and there to make it the body more of a Predator too, but definitely I will definitely buy the Alien Godzilla.
Yeah, I think the Kong, like I said, could maybe, like you mentioned, could maybe use a few more things to make it a little bit more pretty. Then primarily it's pretty much the head and the gauntlets.
Yeah. And
that's really about what I get. Well, the XenoZilla
is all the way around.
Yeah, it's like fully engrossed in the xenomorph aspect. So, yeah, if you guys are interested, link will be in the description below for Ressurection toys. You can get a hold of them if you guys would like to get a hold of one of these guys. Same thing, also on eBay. That's where I got these guys, so they are available on there as well. But anyways, help us defeat those kaijus by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. Don't mind punching these because you can't hurt them. Also, what makes them great for children. If you got a kid that likes... You know, one thing I will say, if I had these as a kid, they probably would have been my favorite toys.
Yeah.
Because I loved Aliens and Godzilla so much, and then we just have all the baby fusions all the time. Anyways, Patreon, Pinterest, Instagram, Facebook, guys. Look, keep up the video channel. Donate. We greatly appreciate it. And we'll see you guys next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.